So Passive Voice decided to eat the beginning of my manuscript alive. Good afternoon and welcome to my office. It's been a productive morning. We went for about a 1.5 mile walk with the dogs. It's a garage sale weekend, so it's very, very busy in my neighborhood. Like, everybody has a garage sale, which means it's actually really hard to drive. So it was a good experience for our puppy to get to meet a bunch of people, learn to listen to us when there's a lot of activity around, all of that fun stuff. So I'm supposed to be writing right now, or not so much writing, but I'll show you. These are my manuscripts. Oh, my finished manuscripts right now. This is Twins in Time, which is the second draft, and I'm doing one more edit throughout it before I continue sending it off to agents. And this is The Killer's Flaw, which is here to rest for, well, until I finish Twins. So my goal for this weekend is to actually finish this. This is how it works. I've got sticky notes with little things I want to say and highlighter everywhere. And then I'll go back through it with the actual manuscript on my computer and fix things, add things. I'm wanting to add subplots, a certain subplot throughout. Hopefully it goes smoothly. So far so good. I'm at about, where am I at right now? I have made it to page 61 out of 289. So I can definitely do this if I buckle down and actually hit it hard. It's just a little bit hard on my mental state to critique my own work. Can we take a quick minute to appreciate that? Because she decided she wants to sleep at my feet, and that's way too cute. And just like that, it is Sunday and I have not filmed as much as I should have today. So I have made it, my manuscript, that far. So I'm roughly halfway through. I'm on page 122 out of 289. I was hoping to finish it by the end of tomorrow, but I have to take all the dogs to the vet tomorrow. It's actually 4:30 today, so I've lost most of today. I did edit some this morning. We went to a restaurant where you have to stand in line. You have to get there like an hour early and stand in line until they open, and then they pretty much serve until they run out of food. So I only got 5 pages edited in the line, because there's only so much you can manage to do when you have family members. Not counting that 5 pages, I figured out like how many pages per day today and tomorrow do I need to get through to finish going through this manuscript. 84 pages today and 84 pages tomorrow. Is that possible? Yes. However, why I'm getting to you at 4:30 p.m. instead of like 1 o'clock when I got home is I fell asleep on the couch. My husband will be home soon and we gotta walk the dogs and eat dinner. Like, where'd the day go? I had so many plans for today and it just went. What I'm gonna try to do today is I'm gonna get to work and work until probably like a 30-minute sprint and see how much I can get done, dedicated, not doing anything else other than if the dog decides to run for the door, as 10-week-old puppies tend to do because they have zero bladder control. Exactly. I keep getting a little overwhelmed by what I plan on doing with this manuscript, but I got this. My husband brought me tea, yay!
Should we go?
Jim, you want the walkies? You ready? Moving. Raining now. Down here. Hide. See, this is what happens. In a willow.
So I made tea, which is great because I love tea. And I decided to put rum in it. But I'm a bad judge at how much rum I was supposed to put in there. So I don't think I'll be editing too long tonight because the saying is write drunk, edit sober, not the other way around. And even though it'll help me deal with all this passive voice, probably not the best idea. Well, good morning. Almost afternoon, but not yet. I have spent the morning grocery shopping, and I went to Sam's with my grandmother, which is always nice. I like to see her. But I got all my groceries. Now I get to go home and not work yet because all 3 dogs have to go to the vet at 1, and then I get to work like a crazy person. I have about 140 pages left, which is going to be hard to do. So I didn't reach my goal. I wanted to, but I didn't. I only made it to 165 pages today out of the 289. I expected to get a lot closer than this, but it ended up being a very busy day. I didn't get a chance to start working until after 6, but that is life. I've slowed down quite a lot in the last couple chapters because we've reached a point where a lot of the subplot gets inserted. So there's been a ridiculous amount of notes and stress, a lot more stress. I think I can do this. I'm getting proud of where this is going. I'm very glad I'm giving it another run through before I continue querying it. So I will hit it again tomorrow and see where I get. I'm almost to my friend Shayla's house, and we are going to go to a coffee shop together and get all kinds of work done, because that is one amazing thing about meeting other writers is sometimes you get to be social by, I don't know, working on your novel. It's great. I love it. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So we'll see how much I get done. She's actually an editor, so she may actually point out more things that I need to be fixing that I'm not realizing and throw me all for a loop. So we shall see. So this vlog was supposed to originally be just the weekend of me finishing going through this and knowing exactly where I was going to go with the 3rd draft edits. However, I severely overestimated my ability to do this all in like 3-4 settings because it's very mentally taxing and I have to take breaks. So because of that, let's see. This is what I have done, and this is what I have yet to do. So we're getting there, but we're not quite there yet. We're about 100 pages out from finishing. Tonight, I'm just planning on finishing chapter 17, which will put me over 200 words, which is 200 words. I keep doing that. 200 pages, it'll put me on page 201. And then I can go to bed, and I'm just gonna keep going with this vlog while I finish. I've noticed my writing from the beginning, I can tell where I got a concrete outline planned and where I just started plowing ahead because I had A equals B equals C, or whatever math problem an outline would be. I can see plainly where that was. I don't think it would be quite as obvious to anybody but me reading it, but it's a lot more concrete. I also found that even though I didn't fully understand passive voice, because it was like beating my head into a brick wall for the past year and a half, I was automatically doing it a little bit more throughout this novel, because there's so much less in the second half of this manuscript than there was in the first, which makes me feel so much better. At this point, we'll just see how long it takes me to get through this, and hopefully by this weekend I'll be able to actually start figuring out the exact points I want that subplot to fit and what points those subplots need to meet. You're making it very hard to get work done. Yes.
What? I can't work this way. I can't. Okay, goodbye.
I just installed a pet gate on the spare room, also known as the cat room, and somebody... Oh, okay. Somebody really likes it. Or doesn't. Well, nope, I think she likes it. So I'm dealing with a conundrum, as makes sense with going through another draft. So, this is how much I have left. There is 39 pages left. That's it. 39 double-sided printed pages. And in this 39 pages, I have a really, really, really big thing happen that I'm not getting rid of, but needs some recovery time after that big thing. I have to figure out how to put subplot, like pad this with subplot. That sounds really bad, but purposefully pad this with subplot to make what's going to happen less forever jarring. Yes, it's jarring, but I don't want, and I want it to be jarring. I just don't want it to be, well, this happens, and then 10 pages later, well, the end. That just doesn't, it's not satisfying. So, I have to figure out how to do that. That's probably the biggest hurdle I have when I'm going to go into fixing all these issues and inserting the subplot, is how to make this a little less explosive. So I finished it, which is a good feeling. It wasn't horrible. I didn't hate it. I wasn't a big fan of, honestly, the last about 19-20 pages. Actually, that something bad might not even have to happen. Tomorrow, I'm either going to take the day off completely from this story, let my brain think of things, or I'm going to start plotting out different subplots and figuring out exactly what I'm missing. I have a decent idea of what I'm missing, but I have to figure out how I'm going to fix it. But I have accomplished my goal of going through this bad boy. It's all marked up. Oof. It's all marked up and ready for me to go through with the computer when I get the subplot ready to insert in all the locations that is needed. But in the meantime, I think me and the puppies, there's one here too. Me and the puppies will head to bed because it's 10 o'clock and I'm secretly an elderly lady. Good night.